that splat, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt. Jesus will. Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down at the 23. It's second and 12.
Let's get in there, huh? Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Being chased out left. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Muhammad. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He's brought down by...
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
To Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
Titans 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. On first down, Muhammad. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The ball carrier.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Check pass, check pass. Check 24, check 24. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 70, 10, go.
Throwing on first down. McDonald eluding the pressure right. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender.
First and 10.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the Bills' 36-yard line.
They've got second and 12 from the 36.
Double dog, that's the way.
Out of the gun, McDonald forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Bills 7, Titans 6.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, McDonald. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
Stephen Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal.
Exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from which...
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
At the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Allen's pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Over 1st and 10.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though.
Good. I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, McDonald is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good.
A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard
So from the
line.
17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run with Muhammad. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Muhammad, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first-half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Stephen Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
18.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before.
John Brown, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to John Brown.
John Brown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
79 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
Matt Gay.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They set up the screen for Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good.
That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Draw play. This is Henry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First and 10.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
The throwaway. Brings up second.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
Field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Buffalo.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of
Give him 32 on the play.
First down, Bills.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Harold Landry with the sack, and the third-year player out of Boston College. He led the Titans in sacks last season with 9 total. And now with the addition of Vic Beasley, that should take some pressure off of him, and maybe his numbers might even jump.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
He's brought down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
To Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. From the gun, McDonald. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short game. And of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run on first down. Muhammad works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Muhammad, the ball carrier.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 29.
They'll try the left side. Muhammad, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check, check. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. 44.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. The open man is Smith. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
That's out to the left and complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Allen finding Brown for Bills' 1st down.
Bills 27.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Allen flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
The ball carrier.
Between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
A gain of 18.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he was in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Devin Singletary.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
At the 9-yard
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Allen now on 3rd down. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo.
To Cole Beasley. Touchdown,
Cole Beasley.
Buffalo.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Khalif Raymond now. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes able to get him for a loss of about 3.
And there's a sack by Jerry Hughes, and I wonder how many times it goes through his head that in his youth, he was playing offense and trying to avoid the fate that he's putting on quarterbacks play in and play out. He's a guy who knows how to get to the quarterback with speed and with power.
The Titans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, McDonald And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, McDonald flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
On 1st down, Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Bills 40, Titans 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Raymond now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. The drive starts with a completion left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
4th down, McDonald. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
It's a gain of 23
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
48-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. You go night-night. Go night-night.
They go right back to Singletary. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Allen to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's 2nd down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Tennessee Titan.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bills, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston